He goes, I went through my sadness. I went through all the sadness that is really happening in the world right now, that women has to deal with their child. It was really and really deep.
Hello, gorgeous people. How are you? Well, I'm just back from my ayahuasca retreat this weekend, and wow, what a beautiful time. I'll tell you all about it, and we're going to hear some testimonials on the other side. So I don't want to take up too much time talking about the experience, because we're going to listen to some people who are going to talk about their experience. However, I wanted to say one thing that really stood out. When we were doing the intention round, this is just before you go into the experience, the shaman said, I want you to talk about what your intention is, but also about the person that you would most like to talk to in that experience. Okay? And what surprised me the most was that probably half of the group said that they would like to talk to Jesus. And I was thinking, holy cow, because remember that the people who go to the ayahuasca retreats are not all super religious. They're spiritual, but not all of them are spiritual. Some people are very, very, very sort of grounded in just the day to day. And yet, this was the first time that I ever heard that. Like half of the people saying, I want to spend time with Jesus. And some people said they want to spend time with God. What's that about? Well, it's this shift that I'm seeing, this shift that I'm feeling, which is that people want something more than what this horrible, stinky, piss-poor world has got to offer us at the moment. It isn't the world, it's the society that has been generated by all of that badness. So, anyway, the event happened in Avila in Spain. Beautiful place, absolutely beautiful. I know some of you have seen it before, but I'll put some images on and stuff like that so you can see, okay? I love you all, and now you can have a listen to some of these testimonials.
Well, my name is Oscar. I'm from Barcelona, but I've been living for 1.5 years in Salamanca. Mm-hmm. And this is my second time that I do ayahuasca with Manuel. Mm-hmm. I did a ceremony about 17 years ago with Yahe, somewhere else. But it was a bit frustrating. I think at the time I wasn't really prepared, or I had too many expectations, as we said today, and I didn't enjoy it that much that time. But for whatever reason, there was a time in my life about 6 months ago where I felt that, well, about a year ago, where I felt that I needed to go back to the medicine. So I got in touch with some people asking if they knew somebody like nearby where I live now in Salamanca, that they do the ayahuasca thing, that they're serious about it and that they are trustworthy. So they told me that that Manuel was doing a very good job with ayahuasca, very good job integrating the ceremony. And so I felt confident enough, and I said, look, I think this is what I need to do at this point in my life. Mm-hmm. And so I came. And well, it was an amazing experience that time. It was life-changing. When I really understood when they say it is life-changing, it really is life-changing.
So here we are with Raquel. Good morning, Raquel. How are you?
Good. I'm feel like I'm in a cloud, kind of. But yeah, I don't know. I feel a lot of things, so it's kind of hard to say.
Sure.
But all good things.
This is the first time that you've experienced ayahuasca, yes?
Yes, this is my first time.
Okay, so you've had 2 ceremonies, yeah? Mm-hmm. What was the first one like for you?
The first one, before I came into it, I was very nervous because, you know, you hear a lot of experiences, but I was really trying to, you know, just come into it with an open mind and have no expectations. And I had an amazing experience. I didn't have a single bad moment. And that was surprising to me because I thought I was gonna go through things and struggle and this, but I really just saw so much goodness, and I don't really see that in my day-to-day life. I forget to see the good, and really just showed me to like open my eyes to the present and embrace the now.
So we're here with Louise. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
So would you like to just introduce yourself? Why are you here and where you come from?
Yeah, so I'm Luis, I'm from France. I live in Madrid, and I had my first ayahuasca ceremony in August.
In August?
In August,
Ah,
yes.
so not much time.
Not much time, but many things since August. A lot of things.
So what has your experience been like with ayahuasca?
My experience has been strong, intense. It was basically for me the first moment of a succession of many events that happened since August, and it all started with ayahuasca. Basically, I was turning 30. I had a lot of stress, anxiety, and feeling that there's something that I need to change, and it started unlocking a lot of things, and putting me in a lot of spiritual things.
Okay, and how many ceremonies have you been on now since August?
20.
20?
Yes,
Holy moly.
20. So, and basically very packed between November and December. I went to Peru 2 weeks, and so yeah, that was a lot. Until December, my last ceremony with Manuel here was amazing, was beautiful, was the best moment of my life until then. But also I felt that physically that was too much in too little time.
Yeah.
So I have this is my first retreat since then. So in 3 months, I've done other things since. And I believe that my work with ayahuasca is basically over. So ceremony today. It's gonna be exciting. I know it's gonna be powerful. And I think maybe I don't know, every 4, 5, 6 months, maybe go back with a ceremony with a plant to keep unlocking some of other things. But in terms of healing, I think I'm good.
So we're here with Hilaria. Yeah. Thank you for doing this interview, Hilaria. So we've had one ceremony. Yeah. And how was that ceremony for you?
It was my first ceremony after giving birth.
Mm-hmm.
I came to some ceremony while I was pregnant, but I didn't feel comfortable drinking the medicine. So it was 2 years without doing ceremonies and leaving this part of my life. That was a big part of my life before my pregnancy. And it's strange because the plant made me feel right away very calm and very centered, enjoying the meditation really a lot, which sometimes, during the meditation you are very all over the place. Mm-hmm. And right away I was really, really mareada, I usually see butterflies, colibri, and patterns, very light color, white. So I was right away very mareada. And
Dizzy, yeah?
Dizzy, but in a good way. I wanted to sing my mantras, and I wanted to call Tara, which is the Great Mother. Mm-hmm. And I was really connected. The voice came back after so long, and it was really, really channeled. Mm-hmm. I wasn't thinking. It was just there.
Now I understand it's not the ayahuasca that it's life-changing. It's you that you change your life. But definitely ayahuasca points out exactly what you need to change in your life, no? And it did so. My life changed.
How's it changed your life?
Yeah, it changed a lot my relation with certain people, certain relations that are very important, like with my mother, with my grandmother, with my ex-girlfriend. There was lots of grief, lots of anger, resentment, and it healed up. I understood so much about myself, about how my relations are. It didn't make me feel that I'm bad or a bad person at all. It made me feel like I'm a good person. But the way that I am, it makes me be like I have relations the way that I had them. So I used to feel a lot of like a victim sometimes, and I don't feel like a victim anymore. I feel happy. I feel fulfilled. I feel that it changed me dramatically as well. My character, more patient. I feel that I have like I feel like ayahuasca keeps in me. So in my everyday life, everything I do, sometimes if I start getting angry, frustrated, soon enough I feel like the ayahuasca says, hey, just relax, it's okay. And I feel like if it's inside of me constantly. So for me it's been like an amazing tool that I think everyone should have. Everyone that is sensitive enough and that wants to have the experience should definitely do it, because it's really helpful.
Quite often ayahuasca kind of gives you these messages, personalized messages.
Yeah.
Have you received anything this weekend?
Yes, so many. Well, I was I don't know, the first ceremony I was getting so many downloads and messages, and I was sharing them a lot with you. But a really big one that I felt, I just felt like I was ayahuasca made me see that I am the solution to my problems, and I am ayahuasca. Like, I am the plant. Like the answers were all right there in front of me, and that I'm powerful, and that I can, like ayahuasca just brings out the things that you already have inside. So I just felt so expansive and creative, and I just wanted to do so many things, and so many ideas were popping in my head, and I was like, so much things. I mean, I don't even know where to start. So
Excellent.
And what attracted me is when someone told me that, okay, this will save you years of therapy. I'm a lazy, no, I'm not lazy, but it does a great work for you. So that's what I liked.
Lots of people talk about ayahuasca. One night with the plant medicine is like a year's worth of therapy. How do you feel about that?
But much more. I don't know much therapy actually. Now I know many spiritual therapy. I don't know like the regular one. See, I tried like a few years ago. It didn't help me. It was very mental. It was like too theoretical. My first ceremony with ayahuasca was unlocking emotional unblocking from my father's death, a thing that I hadn't cried years ago. That was just a release. That was very soft, because back then I could not handle a very strong ceremony, of course, first one, so very smooth emotional release that unlocked other things.
Excellent. Just for clarity, you sing during the ceremony, yeah? You sing with Manuel. Yeah.
Manuel.
And
talked me into singing into ceremonies.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I'm pleased you did. And you sing very beautifully. You've got a very beautiful voice. How long have you been singing?
I was a professional singer.
Okay.
But I had a big setback in my career, and I didn't want to do music anymore. And And I was in my Antuyaku, and I was already a year going through a process of cleaning and healing. My career ended in a weird way, and it gave me some depression.
Okay.
I came to Peru after many life sliding doors, and we were locked in my Antuyaku for COVID. And I was singing in my tambo with my little guitar for myself, and we were 5. And some people had been dieting for a long, long time. They lost their voices. So Manuel said, really, we need you to sing, because we need energy to go through this moment, and we need some feminine energy also. I will teach you some. And I said, I don't know what to sing. He said, I will teach you some song, and you sing.
You said that you think about ayahuasca every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt such profound love, a feeling of profound, pure love, that really changed my life, that feeling. So ever since, every day I think about that love. Every day, before I go to sleep, I try and listen to the music of Manuel, and that just takes me there as well. And every time I see my daughter and I hug her, or with people that I love, I just feel connected to that love. And so that love is so big and so pure that you just don't want to let it down. So that's why I say that I have this inner voice, that every time that I have like any bad feeling, anger or envy or whatever, it makes me like, hey, just go back to the path where you feel that love again. So I definitely, like, not during the whole day, it's just, I feel it inside of me all day long.
So this is your first time. Do you think that you'll repeat?
That's interesting. I think with these kinds of things, I always want to, like, oh, I want to do it again, and I want to, it was so amazing, but like, I really want to learn from this experience and incorporate it in my day-to-day life. So, and, you know, because I think I am capable of, you know, feeling this way, but I think I am open to doing it again, but I want to do it not from a place of, oh, I need this, and I want to do it to, you know, enhance certain things. And I don't know, I was thinking, you know, maybe I feel like my family would really benefit from this. Like, I would want to do it again for them and be a guide for them, because I felt very in control and very, well, normal. I felt normal, actually. Like, I don't know, I feel very normal.
So where do you think this ayahuasca journey, because you've been on an intense 20 ceremonies journey in a very short time, where do you think it's going to take you?
I think I'm still in the transition phase. It already took me where I want to be, because now the one I want to be, I'm usually part of ayahuasca, but other things that I didn't see since August. Basically, to be, I think, on my life path, connected with spirituality, discovering a lot of things about myself, and so yeah, I think it heals you. I mean, everything is about healing. I mean, it's never stopped healing. So, when I believe you are kind of healed, so you are on your life path, so everything is good.
It's very confused right now in our society what it means to be strong. I come from a male family, and I have a very strong mom, which is a great woman, but she's also, we carry a lot of androgen energy also, but also like a very strong feminine energy that has to be discovered. And yeah, so for example, in this ceremony, it made me, after having a great time, I had this very strong variation that wouldn't go down. It was really long, and my body is somehow also tired from being a mother, giving birth. So at a certain point I was like, am I gonna be able to handle it? Because I don't know. And so it taught me the strength that women have, but also there is a different strength from manhood. And it taught me that, it showed me, not taught me, I don't know if I learned, but it showed me that I have to be more, I don't know this word, there is a more elegant or neat way to sustain effort. And that's a more feminine way to handle things. And then yes, it goes, I went through my sadness, I went through all the sadness that is really happening in the world right now, that women has to deal with their child. It was really, really, and really deep. And then there is always, to me, ayahuasca always ends with a lighter note, with laughing, because ultimately we need to learn how to laugh too. So it was really a journey where I went through everything. It was a roller coaster.
How do you see your journey going forward with ayahuasca? Do you think it'll be something that you'll do frequently?
Definitely. I want to do this like a couple of times a year, or it depends as well on the money, because at the end of the day it's not something that is super cheap. So I decided doing it every 6 months now. But I don't. Yeah, maybe I start doing it more often if I have more money. Maybe I do it more often. It just all depends. But definitely, for me, it's kind of like a therapy. It brings me to a neutral point where I feel connected again. And I see that every time, like this time again, it's been different, because it's brought me like this pure love again. It allowed me to feel that pure love again, which I'm so grateful. But it also like told me like, hey, but there's the other side, like the darkest, that you can really suffer. Like in the other ceremonies, I didn't suffer at all. It was all love and happiness and connection and joy. This time it's been the same, but also it showed me like, hey, you can go deep down and suffer, but it's still beautiful, because then you will appreciate more the other thing.
And the beautiful one, and then I returned to the room, I returned to the music, and I returned to laughing, and then there is no there.
Yeah. Beautiful song.
Beautiful song. And Major Tom and the radio. It was really nice, but intense.
Intense.